Good morning, everyone. Hope people are doing well. It's another week, and here we are. I opened up a bit of a poll on my Mastodon on Saturday as to what sort of interior we should make first. And the one that won was a mechanic's garage where the mechanic lives in the back of the garage. So I guess, a very poor, self-employed mechanic. Um, should be interesting. To be honest, I considered that architecturally the least interesting of the three options, but it seems like anytime I make a poll, that happens, and sometimes it turns out for the best, and sometimes not. So we will see. Um, it's not that I think it's a uncool idea so much as just a mechanic's garage is usually just kind of an interior of a concrete cube with stuff. So it's more about filling it than it is about making something directly interesting. But again, yeah, we'll see. Let's see what we get out of it. So let's get started. We're going to go into edit mode, GZ1, bring it up to there. So now we're on our thing, and we're going to make it SZ, I'm going to say 2.5. So it's 5 meters tall, which is fairly high, but we're going to have vehicles and such in here. And then SX3, SY3. Let's see how big that is. Maybe what we need to do too, I'm going to go and import something. So let's create a new Blender. I made the vehicle to work on Saturday, so we can get that in there for scale. It's probably a good thing to start with. Yeah, so we're looking at a grungy industrial space, kind of dirty probably, lots of stuff along the walls, um, exposed concrete and steel ceiling probably. Um, Although we are going for sci-fi, so we do have um, some wiggle room for what we're gonna do. Come on, Blender, you can do it. We will see what we get. Like on the one hand, I think it's the least interesting option. On the other hand, that it's not a bad thing to do the least interesting first option because you get given those a fair amount in work. So it's not, making it interesting is your job. So let's see. Make sure we have both things selected. Yep. Control C, copy objects, Control V, and there we are. Yeah, it seems good. Maybe our roof's a little high. Okay, let's come. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here, 3P section. I'm just gonna move that wall for right now. The other one. There we go. All right, so now we can see what we've got, and let's grab this and GX to the side to like there. And I think and we're gonna want it up on blocks. So let's GZ up to approximately where we think it's gonna be. About like that. So yeah, let's bring our ceiling down to like there. That's kind of the space that we're looking at for our garage. Um, we might add a little bit more for like his living space and such, but maybe not. All right, so let's edit this. Yeah, edit, Shift N, recalculate the normals for inside just to make our lives easier. Alt V, make sure we're good. Yep. Alrighty. So here's our space. And I think I'm also going to P selection, get rid of the ceiling. So we just have an easier, we'll bring those back later. But for modeling purposes, let's start like this. So let's kind of give it a second. We're gonna go with like this space here is the lift. There's gonna be like Shelves over here, probably shelves here. Maybe like his cot here. Maybe we just put a little cheat and put a door to like a bathroom back here. We'll see. We might add something else. We could extend out our space a little bit like that and give it like a little bit more of a bedroom area too. We'll see. But that's kind of what we're looking at. And I forget how we, there's a way to remove them, but I don't remember what it is. There it is. Okay. So that's kind of what we're thinking. Let's look at our lift first, maybe. We're going to do this. Let's going to give it 7. Go to the top so we can see where we're at. Control R. We're going to split our room in half. And then we can just take this section here and bring it in. SX. We'll bring it out a little bit. SY. Here a little bit. And I think this is going to be even. We'll scale it in a little bit more. E. Down. And there's a space for getting underneath the vehicle. Now we need some kind of something for making sure the vehicle is held up like this. And I think, where are we going to do it? How are we going to do this? Let's see, can we just do 1, 2, 3, 4? And yep, this is how we're going to do it. E, G, Z. Up like to that. Yep. And then we're going to select that. P by selection. And now this is our own, this is going to be our scaffolding type thing. Not going to be scaffolding, but just gives us a framework to play with. Let's try, if we just select, we want to make it round or square? Let's go with round. So grab that and curve extract. This is a starting point. Let's bring back this so we can see where we're at. Yeah. We're going to move the car to fix it, to fit it exactly, I believe, but I think that's good. Okay. So our like hydraulic type things. And then let's select again, tab, these 4. Let's fill that. And then let's X faces. Okay, cool. And let's see, tab 2, control R. 2 sounds good. And control R. Sounds good. Tab Q, add modifier, wireframe. Bring it in, bring it up. Okay. And we might have to replay with our cloth, but that's fine. That's easy to do. That's looking okay to me. And that's how the car is staying up, is it's on top. It'll be on top of that. Cool. Let us apply the wireframe and Q and bevel that. And we'll apply that as well. Now here, that's geometry, fill caps. And I think we want to bring it down. We want to bring both of these down a little bit. GZ. So they go to like that. Cool. We could build our own hydraulic-y things, but why not? We'll do it this way. I mean, why build it? Or why kit bash it? Let's build it ourselves. So we got that. Now 1 tab A Q dice Z, not X, and seems good. Okay, tab, because we want to have some 3, make these bigger so that, no, it's got like a bit of hydraulic looking action to it for raising and lowering. So this will be the sheath that the thing fits in. Normals, make it bigger, like that. Okay, seems good. Now we're just gonna take the whole thing and bevel it, but not like that. Edit. First we want to make it hard. Make a few lines hard. Let's see. Just gonna, come here. Grab those. Q, S mark. Now Q, sharpen. Not sharpen, well, sure. Bevel. Just keep it a little bit. No, it's still beveling. It's the way I don't want it. No, we don't want to bevel it yet. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just bevel this top part. That I do want to have a little bit. 3, Shift G, coplanar, Control bevel. No. Control B. Why are you doing that? I don't know. Fine. Control A, rotation scale. Tab 2. Fine. I see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Control bevel. Oh wait, it's because they're not actually. I believe AM distance. Yes, they don't merge them for whatever reason. The caps are not the same geometry. Weird. All right, fine. We'll mess with that later. I don't want to waste our time here. Okay, so we got that up and running. And I'm almost certain we're going to give it a plethora of cables and shit too. That's really, there you go. That's our geometry. We haven't got a lot more, but let's add the roof back because I think we'll give the roof may give us a bit of, this is the other thing I added. Oh, the curve. No? Front. Camera since I turned off. Okay. And that. There we go. Anyway, roof. Let's give it some beams, and I think we'll use the same wireframing for that here. So let's tab A, W, subdivide. Want to do it this way? No, because we want to make sure we get the right cuts the way we want it. Let's use edge loops instead. Seems like a good number. I want these to be a bit more, yeah, like that, lengthwise. Alt V, face orientation, yep. So select this and Q, wireframe. Actually, Shift D, turn off the new one. Q, well, we might want to keep a flat plane as well. Wireframe. There we go. And we turn that back on. Now we got a mix of both. Obviously going to need some cables hanging from this thing as well. Okay. That's looking cool. So if this were like, maybe because he's converted this space to his living area as well, this was originally we'll call it a 2-car garage, which we could do by giving a second one of those there. Let's do this. I'm talking to myself, sorry. So now, originally this was a 2-car garage area, but he's going to convert this side of it to a living area, at least in part. So that's where our apartment area is going to go. And it'll help us maybe break up the space a little bit. So how do we want to do that? That's an interesting question. Let's start with, from our ceiling, solo it, tab, and grab 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So it's mid. Okay, let a new one. New edge loop, and we will EGZ, bring it down, select it, P, separate it. And let's see if we can use some random flow on this thing to make it cloth looking. So he's got some kind of a barrier. And I don't actually want to fill the whole space either. So let's shrink it to like that. Turn off our ceiling again. I'm actually going to move those to a ceiling collection so I can control it better later. Turn it off. 7 GY. Kind of more here, just so we can see around it. Anyway, Control A, rotation and scale. Let's add 2 couple cuts just so it's relatively square. A, tab, Shift Q, panel cloth. And we're going to subdivide it by, we'll start by 10. And noise fractal 0.1. And we're going to remove the original faces. And that's kind of ugly, as we knew it would be. Gravity of 1 and 1. And pressure of 0.1 and 0.1. Just try some things. Why does it blow the other direction? I don't understand. Max of 0.5. Pressure of 0 and 0. Let's just see what happens. It blows that way. Why does it do that by default? That's bizarre. It's a strange thing. Pressure, minimum. So before it was 1 and 1, right? Yeah. Strange. Well, we'll leave it that way. But let's cut our fractal noise down to 0.02. Going to be less. And let's see. Normal noise. Let's see what normal noise is. Anything we like? Yeah, it's kind of okay. And I like that it kind of accordions a little bit. That looks cool. What happens if we margin? Is it going to create the multiple pieces? That shouldn't be. Margin 0.1. We're just going to make everything smaller. Yeah. Margin 0. We don't want a margin, I guess. Split mode. There's no splitting. Quality is fine for what we're doing here, I think. But we'll go to 15. Just slow it down a little bit. And cuts, let's take it to 25. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. That looks cool. I like that. And Great. Can we increase the subdivision? Make it. We don't want. We got Catmull Clark because we do want to smooth it out. One. That looks great. That's awesome. So okay, let's save. New folder. 230619-1 live stream mechanics garage home. I always feel like I have to talk all the time in these things. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Maybe I can be a little more quiet. But it's like you got to keep the patter up all the time. It feels a little weird. But no, I like that. I think that's cool. Division, and then we can get a good angle from like here, and it'll show it better. Turn the ceiling back on. Now the only thing our ceiling is we don't have anything holding it up there, because it's kind of in the wrong spot. So maybe, let's see, it doesn't have to be even. GX. Maybe move it over to here. So it's actually hanging. Yeah, so it's hanging from our support thing. And that can go down and still above the ground, yes. Do we want to work out how it's hanging? I didn't make it hang. It's kind of, I sort of set it more like it was on a slider across the top. Depends how detailed we want to get, but yeah, let's do it. Why not? Control A, let's apply that. Edit this. 2, select that. Solid. 2, come here. 1, 7, 9. Back on. There we go. Let's grab 2 so I know which way I'm going. Yeah, this way. Okay, so we got, those are our edges. Now, if we select all of them, because we'll say it could go to the whole thing. Bevel those edges. Cool. E, bring it down a little bit. Cool. All right. I, in a little bit, and then E back up. Cool. And tab, and GX. Bring it over so it's right inside. Cool. Now we've created a little track that it's theoretically running along. And then we don't have to worry about it, why it's not sagging in the middle. It's because it's being held up there. We just can't see it. Okay. So if he's converted this to his bedroom area, we're going to need like, we are going to allow for a bathroom in the back somewhere. I don't think we're going to put that here. So we're going to want a doorway. Let's bring a person in. Human, male. Generator deed. A deed. And we're going to delete that. Yes. Delete his eyes and his teeth and all of his hair. Okay. And GX, GY. Okay, so there's our guy for scale. Let's look him in the room for right now. We need to put a door back here. Control R. And we'll put it right down the center of this section. That seems good. And then Control Bevel. We're going to make it, I'm not going to do that first. Control A, rotation scale. Now we're going to Control Bevel. Make it meter wide. Seems like a good door, just in general. Control R. 1. Bring that up a little higher. So our door's about that high. Okay, there's our doorway. So now we can select that, that, and that, control bevel. And yeah, it does make our geometry go a little weird out there, but that's fine because we're not having textures yet, and we're going to just keep project anyway. Select this, this, and this, and there's our door frame. We'll bring it out a little bit. And this is our door. We'll take it. Oh, can't do it, can I? Am I? Yep. Curse you. All for naught because I've got the mirror turned on. So let's apply the mirror and then do it. Same thing. Just needs to do it faster. 2, Control R, Control B, 0.5. And that loop stayed because it was went all the way around. So there we go. Now we can do it. Control B, there's our door frame, and bring it out. Yeah, there we go. And select our door, and then bring it in just a little bit. Okay. It's a door to his bathroom. And there is a door in front of this thing. We'll figure that out. I'm like, does he want another blanket on this side? Maybe. Maybe he does. But I'm going to move this to our ceiling right now. Just cause. Turn it off. And it's going to get about time to start plopping stuff in here. Which is not nearly as exciting maybe as I think it could be, because it's just going to be kind of kit bashy stuff, for the most part. This is the kind of thing that you don't usually build most of the things inside, but I do think though I want to put like a sink. Put our ceiling back so I can see it where it's going to end. I think we want a sink like here for washing up and whatever else on our, or we bring this forward. Well, we'll see. Now we'll put the sink here. Tab. So here, 2, Control R. Let's put the sink right there. Control B, 0.25. Good. Control R. Down to like there-ish. So now we can pull out. Now we can turn our ceiling off. I just want to make sure it was kind of lining up. 3, E. Seems good. E, scale. Like there, sure. Bring it up. I, scale it in. E, down. And scale. Then we can just make ourselves some W grid modeler. We're just going to grid it. I think that's the easiest way. 5. We could, like go add it to the other section or find us something, but given that we're not really doing a lot on this right now, I know that it makes a huge sense to like create a really involved sink. We can just do something like this. I'm probably getting more involved than I need to already there. Cool. And I do think we want to bevel that like that. Yep. And maybe GZ, can we bring it down a little bit more? Yeah, sure, we'll bring it down a little bit more. And then W grid modeler again. 7. And we'll select here, 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 here. W grid modeler, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 I not GZ scale. Do we not connect it? Weird. Weird. Okay. E, can we just do down? Now we're connected. Scale. I. Crappy geo. Good enough for this. Save. We'll have to come through and add materials to this stuff. And being built into the wall could be a bit of a pain, but that's fine. So we got like a sync action going on there. And our ceiling. Okay. So I think we're gonna put his cot in the in this section here. It just seems like it makes the most sense. And I believe in Kitbash military outpost, I have a nice cot, so we'll just use that. I loaded all these Kitbash 3D app or objects into KitOps when I got them because it seemed like a good idea. And there's some table. Yep. Stretcher. Is that the bed? I think they're calling it a stretcher. I'm calling it a cot. Alt S, Alt R. Why is it so small? I don't know. Yeah, that's a military cot, in my opinion. Could also be a stretcher, but you know. RZ. I'm not using the snap to for something like this because I actually want it to be a little bit off because it makes it feel a little bit less like it was just placed there by a computer. You know, if a person were setting up their bed, it wouldn't be exactly straight. So if I measure to eye, that's actually better than doing it the other way. Okay, cool. That's good. And then let's see if we can grab that table. Or we'll grab a chair. Put here. And we are on large. 100%. Add insert. Alt S. Okay, now it seems like it's right. Weird. Alt R. Okay, so we got a chair. And maybe a table. And we may change these later, but it's just a good place to start. I think we'll use a fair amount of these assets actually in here. They're kind of appropriate. Table. Let's go with this one. Add insert. Alt R. Alt S. Cool. This guy's living pretty basic. He's got a bed. Give him a sandbag for a pillow. Sandbag. Add the insert. Alt R. Alt S. All right. Pain my ass, but fine. Doesn't super matter. Good enough for what we're doing here, I think. If I need to move it, I will. Yeah, just sticking to the bottom a bit, but I don't think we're going to notice. Let's save. It gives us a starting point. All things a starting point. Okay. the other advantage to a place like this is his bedroom is if he needed to pack it up into the bathroom while someone was coming to his office, he could. So he could literally put all this stuff away every day if he needed to. That kind of makes sense. Let's give him one of these crates. These here, I like these boxes. They're just fun. And Pelican boxes. Alt S, Alt R. That one shouldn't be that small. Fine. Yep. Scale, make it bigger. This is Foot Locker. 7. G. And there we go. RZ 180. So it's like that. So he gets it from he got it from his bed. Okay, is it the right height? GZ. Yep, it was. Cool. And we'll bring it back a bit more out too. So it's like that. So this is like literally his bedroom is this sub area down here. And do we want to put something else like right in here? We could, because the cool thing is he can walk around this whole thing, right? So this could literally be almost full for him. I wonder if he had like a camping stove or something. Well, we'll see. We'll come back to that. Some things I want to put in now. Let's start doing a little bit of packing this area up. So when I was working on a film 2 years ago, I grabbed this guy's monitor cart, Benny's monitor rig, and it was super cool. Alt R, and it's not okay. RX90, Control A, rotation and scale, and it's a 3D scan, but it looks pretty cool. And it's kind of got the right vibe, I think, for this sort of thing. GZ, let's bring it up. So it's like for monitoring for it's video monitors, like Video Village, basically is what they call it. But RZ, but I think it would be cool here, or maybe even, let's turn our roof back on so we can see where we want it. GX, GY, we bring it to like there, but it's touching our, it's cutting into our thing, so GX. That works for me. That looks cool. I think it's a neat looking little element. Do I have anything here that I created that I want to use? This is all stuff I made or found some of it a while ago now, and a lot of it's just kind of greebles. It's not meant to be anything particular, but I think some of it could work for a space like this. Potentially, what's this? Is this my restaurant menu? I think it might be a restaurant menu. Yes, it is. I'm almost certain of it. Yeah, that's our Malaysian food restaurant menu. We don't want that. This could be neat. I made this when I was playing with random flow. Yes, and it's huge right now. So let's shrink it down. But I think it could work well for something in here. And our space is really limited. We might actually need to make this a little bit bigger as I'm looking here, because we don't have a lot of room. Let's make it a bit bigger. Grab this side, which will change our roof too. Something to think about. Well, let's see. Let's see what we get. Sometimes actually having to fix stuff can be the best way to make something more interesting. On normals, bring it out like that. And offset even, so we don't get that weird. There we go. And I actually really dig that. That's cool. Our roof, we'll add something maybe coming down from our roof. I think, because that's going to be, it's all this part. It's not even in our roof section right now, which is cool. Ooh, and I like that too. Yeah, this is neat. So let's take this and extend it back. And do we have a hole? What's up with my geometry? That's bizarre. Let's look and see. A, Control V, or Alt V, face orientation. Why are you all wrong? Why did you converge? We said interior. A, Shift N, inside. Okay, and this is just weird. Shift N, Shift N, inside. Cool. That's just plus, 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 Shift N, or Shift N. There we go. Okay. Any better if we come out? Let's see. Alt V. Oh, okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's see. A, M by distance. Cool. Those should be right. I don't know why they're not. We're just gonna, it's just because it's got weird. Alt E on normals. Alt V, face orientation. There we go. That's better. It's a good thing sci-fi. It doesn't have to have a look, so if it's wrong, you just extend it out a little bit. Whatever. And that's kind of strange. Why is it doing that? 1 GZ. Huh? I don't know that I care right now. We'll mess with it later if we need to. Save. So we've added a bit more room to our space, and I think that's a good idea. Long, thin greeble. Let's bring it back. Let's turn off our ceiling again. Our camera ceiling, 7. So we take this sucker, G, and let's bring it over here. I don't want it rendered. Oh, fine. GZ. I actually don't even mind it on the wall. It's kind of cool. It's just a little thing, but yeah. GZ, bring it down a bit. Why do I have 2 cars? Weird. Save. All right. So we're adding that in there. And then we'll add this tech box thing. Yeah, I like that. 7 G. So it's kind of in the corner. Okay. Yeah. Cool. And you see what I mean, right? Like this kind of thing is just kit bashing mostly at this point. And there's nothing wrong with that. RX -90, RZ 180. you know, but it's not so much about making an interesting room as it is knowing what to put there. Because the room itself is probably pretty boring. Okay, that lines up well. Alrighty. And I do like this super toroid. It was kind of a neat thing. Can we use it for something? It's a little big here, but can we scale it? RZ, RX 180, 1 GZ. Can we bring it on top? Do we want to? Is that a little too? We talked about maybe bringing this down. We could bring that down to like there, which if we could bring our car down. Like there, and then that could sit on top there, and that would be cool. Ceiling. Looks like I got it about the right height. Bring it to like there. And then we bring it down just a bit because chances are we want to Shift S2, Shift A. I'm inside the geometry, right? Yes, I'm editing mode still. Cylinder, I just want to make a solid thing on it. And 3 GZ. Just want to give it a base that it attaches to that goes to the roof. Like that. Control bevel. Cool. Tab. And material, it's all, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that's not gonna work for that part. I like it for the bottom part though. Okay. We're going to add a new material here now. Assign. Where we at now? 45 minutes. Okay, cool. Shaders. Fine, we'll go to stash ships. Meta sheeting alternate. And then UV editing. Where is it going to that? Should be going to that. Alt. There we go. Steel sheeting alternate Corellian. Oh, scale. Kind of liking the blue. Let's try that. Scale. SX. Scale. Cool. And then we take the whole thing, bring it down to like that. Let's see where we're at. I like the blue. That's cool. Seems all right. Maybe it's time we start doing some texturing so we can see where we're at. Might not be a bad idea. Okay. So I think we already have CW clean or something. No, because we had my background, but whatever. Don't know. Don't care. Let's give it again. Seth Materials, BG Metal, add material. And we need to AM, oh, we could do merge. I don't know, that's not what I needed to do, but U cube projection. Okay, this gives a little bit of metal. I'm liking that. Now we need some ugly concrete for the other stuff. I don't know why I'm talking with a fake Australian accent. This I want to go higher. Yes, that's cool. So this thing goes up and down on that platform now too. Okay, concrete. Seth created. Do I have a dirty concrete? I do have a grunge concrete. How do we like it here? It's certainly dark. A, M. Why would we do M? U. Well, first, let's do just to check. Sure. No. U, cube projection. Okay. I feel like it might be a little bit too large in scale. Concrete dirty. That was the one. Yep. Right. A, scale. Let's see if we can do it that way. Is that better? Z8. Is that even the concrete one that it's doing? I don't know if that's the same material, but it does work. Don't actually think it was, but that's cool. Okay, tab. Just scaled it up anyway. Doesn't really matter. We need some lights in here in a minute, but we're just going to continue. Let's take this thing. And see if we can use the metal chrome for that. Let's see what we get. UV editing. Does it have a UV at all? A. And I really wish it would stop doing this. Chrome. Let's see. Normal. Let's see what it's called, just because I can't remember. I don't know why it's not. It should often auto select, but it's not. Metallic surfacing. Okay. UV editing and surfacing, metallic surfacing. There we go. A, scale. Can we take it to scale R90? Not. There we go. G, scale. Is that better or worse? Do we like that? I don't think we do. Do we like that? One. Let's just solo that sucker and U cylinder projection. SX. Yeah. Okay. Now B, G, B, G, B, G. Now they're all relatively close to each other. L, scale, scale, scale. Do we like it like that? I think we're okay with that. I think I might do would be this one, 3, this one, this one, this one, this one, plus, oh, not yet, this one, plus G to like a darker color. Yeah, that looks cool. Oh yeah, 55 minutes. Okay. So we're back. We do want some lighting here. We could just take this thing here and make it light. That would be an option because it is nicely cut already. But let's see, can we do this one, 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 this one? What does that give us? I don't like that it's under those. Let's turn those off. I do like the other ones, although we could. That's fine. E, bring it up, plus assign, and we'll go give it a light color. And cool. To start with, let's try cool. Does give us some light. We may adjust it. I think we probably will, but it does give us some. We need to change our ceiling color too, though. Do you want to go with concrete or something different for? Let's go with metal sheeting. Just to keep it a little bit different. I like it. Let's go to UV, see if we can tweak it a little bit though. See and select just those. Okay, so they're a little stretched too. So let's U cube projection. Now they're right. And we don't want this, we want Corellian normal, Corellian gray, because that's what we're on. Yes. A scale. To something like, just kind of move it around so it sort of seems like it lines up okay. That seems like it lines up okay. Looks all right. Sure. So there's our ceiling. Yeah, that looks okay. Looks good. It's quiet out there today. I guess you folks are busy doing other stuff, which is fine. I won't hold it against you too bad. Did I turn off my cloth? I did. Turn that back on. And layout. Now I know I have grunge cloth already because I got it on the other one, so let's just give it to here. Grunge cloth. And let's go, let's save and file, external data, or clean up, no, it's external data, right? Why can I not find? Why am I blind? I'm blind. Find missing files. Yes, thank you. Like what? I had a complete brain fart. Like where'd it go? Outpost. Not outpost, military outpost. Kitbash military outpost. We're just gonna. Oh no, where did I put? Where are the materials? There they are. Find missing files. For some reason, when it put them in to kit ops, it didn't find the materials properly, but that does it, so it's fine. Okay. So we need some interest now. Like we have a space, it's reasonably correct, but we just gotta like tweak to it a bit now. I'm gonna turn off our dude. Some things we need to add, like we need our door to look right. Let's go through. I'm gonna Alt V and turn on cavity just so I can see things better. Select our door frame. There we go. And we're gonna add a new to it and Chrome. Chrome Classic Standard. U cube projection. UV. Surface, metal surfacing. Scale. G. To like there. Is it too bright? It's pretty bright. Might not want it there. Or I might not want it chrome, but yeah, I don't think I want it chrome. I think we're just gonna go with, I know, my old background material that should be called something else, but still called smooth concrete because of the way I saved it. This one, the door, we're going to assign to classic sheeting, classic sci-fi standard. Which over here is Corellian gray. Scale it and go on that one. That's a little dark. Can we R90 SY and G SX and G and 2 GY. Just pull it out like that. That's kind of neat. That gives us some door interest. If no one ever notices it, I will. And that's cool. Okay, here, this thing. Let's come back to that now. Let's make it a different color. Can we just, let's see what happens if we plus, what? Control plus. Cool. That works. No. So that's that whole thing there. And let's just assign it a new material. And I think we're going to assign it, yeah, classic sci-fi sheeting standard actually sounds good. Assign to that. Yeah. A scale, G, scale. I don't know, let's see. SX -1. Yeah. No, not liking it yet. Scale. Is that better? That's a little better. It's dirty, but that's fine. Yeah, that's okay for right now. I can live with that. Okay. And because you should never give up a chance to do something when you have a different material, just because it does add some interest, Let's select this roof section, which will be different than the other roof section. And I'm going to actually, we'll make it also metal roof classic. Let's scale it way down. Bring it over here. I think I want to do more to it than that. That's cool. Let's see. Control R. No, I want to Control R because of that thing. We want Q dice. Y, not X. Cool. Good enough. Undo. So just go hide. Yeah, dice. Tab. Cool. 3. Select these faces here. And I'm going to I into like that. And then E up. And then I'm going to plus. I'm going to go with our cool emissive is there. And assign. So it gives a little bit more light on the backside here. I think that'll help a lot as we come forward. Let's see. Layout. 106, huh? Okay. Yeah, that definitely does help. Give us some more light, some more life to the scene. I think we need some stuff on the walls now, though. I had not shaders. Seth Objects, 3D scans, near the bottom. Yes. I was in Arona, which is like a, I don't know, in America. It's a Canadian Tire or a Home Depot, I guess. And I scanned a shelf. And I think we can use that somewhere along here. It's not a great scan, so let's bring it kind of more into the background. RZ90, RZ90, yep. RZ minus 90, yep. But I do think it's kind of cool, and I think it will help us as we go forward. So just those things. GY. Oh yeah, good, it'll fit there. GX. Okay, so it doesn't, because of the way I scanned it, it doesn't have good sides, which is, yeah, fixable. We're just going to take this, edit it, and we'll grab 2, GG, and bring it in, and same over here. Bring that in, and we'll select just those pieces, control bevel, one segment. And it doesn't need that one, 0.025. Yeah. And then just select the floor, B3, let's just select it this way, make sure we get it. Without the other weirdness. Not that piece, that piece, that piece, and that piece. And E out to there. We should probably set our camera angle sometime soon, just so I can have it to jump to. Let's set this as our default camera angle. And color. Where are we at? 110? Okay, so we got 20 minutes. Doing all right. So yeah, we got our shelf now with some stuff. Feels good. Probably want something on the top of it too, because it's also kind of not great. And to edit this, it's almost perfect. E to there, sure. And just for funsies, because let's shift Q, loop extrude, 1, 2, 3, cuts, 1, depth of 0.1, do not loop from source, subdiv. Cool, I like that, but I don't think it's gonna be the right material. Yeah, it shouldn't be grunge concrete. We'll join, and we'll make it classic Chrome standard. Let's see what we get. Yep, cool. Actually gonna do a bit more, I think. That's, yep, shift Q. Let's go with some tubes. Amount, cuts, 4, 5, tubes, amount, 25. Yeah, cool. And that's going to also be, we'll go with CW, smooth, make it metal. So we got kind of like a thing over that there. I like that. Save. I don't know if anyone's here today. No one's talking. Hopefully at least someone's watching, or we'll watch later. Okay, so on solo. And looking pretty good, I think. Looking pretty good. I do want to grab this place here, select it, edit it, and I think, let's see, here to here, maybe? Nope, I grab here to here. That's our one. And random cables, hanging cables. We want our slack to be lower. We're adding bullshit cables now. Make them a little thicker. Let's see what we got. Cool. Yep. F9. Want our minimum to be a bit more. I want to hang a bit more down. I want our minimum to hang. There we go. Just a bit. Makes a lot of difference or not. F9. Margin. Can we bring it in? There we go. Now it's not overlapping that other thing. Cool. And material. Haven't got a good one yet that I think I like for this, so we'll just go with rubber. Rubber. Add material. Okay, so we got some cables there. Cool. I think we want more. So let's come over here and edit this. And select, I will select all, fine, why not? Shift Q, cables. How do we feel? It's the same basic origin seed. There we go. We might need to either move our Benny's thing or change our cables around. Oh, let's just see another one. F9. Origin seed. That works for me. As long as it's different from the other one. We got cables hanging down. Save. It's going to be rubber. I think we're going to need some more stuff on the walls too. I'm liking this so far though. Let's come back to this thing. Let's select, actually Control R, bring it up. 3, let's select these parts there. Shift Q, extrude, 1, 2, 3. Cool. Like it. Got all the same. Maybe. Let's see how it goes. We don't want grunge concrete though. Metal standard. Yep. Just give some metal. Yeah, that looks cool. And then I'm gonna do the same thing again. I think. Yep. Shift Q, loop extrude 1, depth of 0.05, and I want to see it. I think that's good. That's that new one. Yep, that's the new one. And I want to make it alt, sci-fi alternate. Give it some color underneath. Let's see what it gives us. Tab A, U, cube projection. Yeah, actually, I kind of dig just that red like that. Just a pop. Doesn't really mean anything, but I think it's working. Now this thing, let's see what we can do here to give us a bit more interest. Let's just go to that. Do we have, if I select 3, Shift G, coplanar, no. Do I have to do each one separately? I mean, I could. It's not that big a deal. Again, this is one of those things where I find that oftentimes I will like, what's the best way to select it? In the meantime, I could have just selected it. So we will. There we go. Plus assign. This one will give a red, no, a yellow emission too. And 10. Does that give us some light? Unsolo it. Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of neat. Where are we at? 119. Okay, we're doing okay, but gotta keep track of our time. This boy here also needs to be a material. CW smooth concrete, I think. A, U, cube projection. Yeah, let's give it a metal. And we could, let's select dot plus Shift G coplanar and fine. Just gonna select these. Yeah, we'll do it this way. I like this. We're going to select these parts here. And increase them by 1 and 2. Cool, that gives us a good base for Shift Q or random cables. And we want those to be smaller this time. 0.01 and max to be a bit more. Yeah, cute. And we'll make it rubber. I really feel like in any sci-fi mechanic shop, you can't have too many cables hanging from things. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tab, Shift Q, random 2, not scatter. Shift Q, random tubes. Cuts, 6. Sure. F9. Amount 50. Yep. Cool. There. F9. Longest. Shortest. None. But I do want it to be a bit longer. Max 15. There we go. And we'll give those that again. Good. Some cabling. Now this wall needs some stuff. And I'm not entirely sure yet, but I had this idea, since we're kind of been going with like a Persian Arabic kind of thing. Let's go see what we can find for greeble bits in the big, medium, small Grand Bazaar kit. In the building kit, wall modules. Those are all kind of old school and ugly. Wall tiles. We could put like a tiling pattern on things. This is kind of neat though too. Got all these wood planks and decor like this. What if we put this on the wall? RZ90 and scale it up so it's big. What does it look like? I mean, I kind of dig it. It's just like a plank of wood, but that's cool. X, bring it in a bit. So he's got like, particularly since this is like a seafaring thing, he's like mounted like maybe part of his ship or something, you know, on the wall. That's cool. Gives us a little bit of visual interest. I like that. Save it. 24. Cool. Now let's see. We had set dressing, benches, tables, canopies, grass, vegetables. Let's give him some stuff on his table. He's got a table. That was something else I wanted to add too. Let's give it a basket of the fruit on the table. looks huge actually. So let's scale it down. And dishes. Let's go with a metal plate maybe. Seems good. No. And a bowl. Cool. And a cup. Okay. Working for me. I like it. I want to hide my ceiling again. Move this to ceiling. Move this to ceiling. Move this to ceiling. So I can get a sense for what I've got in the space I've got available. We've used that up nicely. I kind of want something here, kind of creeping into that space. And I noticed when I was looking in my KitOps section that there were these lockers, like metal cages, and that could be neat. Alt scale. Okay, it shrunk it way smaller than I wanted it to be. RZ90, and this one I will be exact on because it's going to go up against a wall, I think. Is this the right way for it to go? Now it's set to go the other way. RZ90, RZ minus 90, G. Does it fit? It just fits, I think. Yes, it does, kind of. Well, I'll bring it out from the wall there. That's cool. I like that. If we want something on the other side, we can do something similar with. Get this like generator thing. I just kind of think it's cool. But I'm not sure I've got a space for it. But I do think it's cool. Can I put it here and scale it down a little bit? Yeah, maybe even a bit more. Or yeah, scale it down a bit. GY. Okay. GX, take it in a little bit. Okay, so let's save. We should probably, yeah, we're almost at an hour and a half. Think about the door. Are we going to just leave it as an open set here like this? Or are we going to worry about the doorway? I think I'm just going to leave it as an open set. So right now it's like this. We haven't made the doorway at all. If we put our wall back down, there's our front door. We just make a front door real quick. It shouldn't be too bad. Let's do that. Why not? And we won't keep it there, but this is where it's going to be. So first off, let's Q, modifier, solidify, give it a little bit of thickness, and Control A. And then I'm just going to do it. Cube, GZ, GY, SZ, 1, GZ. Okay, like that. Bring it this way a little bit. And then we will mirror it that way so it's doubled. Cool. Then we're going to just apply the mirror, and that, control minus. There's our windows into our garage. Just feel like we need to have something like that, which we will then apply. And then we can come in here to control R, right? And F, and do the same thing over here. Control R, F. We take those 2, 3 materials, and plus a sign, and we'll go grab our shaders, glass window pane, and material. The door, I think we're going to make it metal. So we'll go with metal sheeting, tab, AU, cube projection, UV editing. And we're going to select that over here. Select. Okay, come on. Why am I not showing it? Yeah, everything's the door. Right. Okay. And then we can scale this. And we'll make it like just an ugly metal door, or we want it to be kind of panely and Star Trek-y, or Star Wars-y rather. Or some combination thereof. I think I might just want it to be metal. Kind of like in that one though. And I mean, it's not really going to matter because I don't think we're going to look at it except from the inside like this potentially. Yeah. Cool. Save. All right. Well, we're at 90 minutes and hopefully there's somebody here watching, but no one's talking. So I think I will end it now. And then I'm just going to finish up the scene and get it posted up onto the internet. I'll have it posted up on Instagram and Mastodon and Kara.app and Facebook in the next 2 hours or so. Thank you for following along. I hope this was interesting, or at least relaxing. If you liked it, please like and subscribe here on YouTube. I would really appreciate it. And I will be back again tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll probably make another indoor scene. I think probably the single room occupancy smuggler's apartment is what I'm going to be working with then. All right. Have a great day and